Hey, what's going on?
Not much. I'm just stressing about ISATs.
I know, right? I did bring you something to get you through, though.
Hashtag chocolate. Hashtag dark. Hashtag melt. Hashtag semi-sweet. Hashtag show me the chocolate.
Hashtag don't mind if I do.
Hashtag get your chocolate on.
Hashtag I'm the original Count Chocula. Yum, 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 yum.
Hashtag LOL.
Hashtag LOLOLOLOL.
Hashtag I know right.
Hashtag I just need it to get me through the next couple weeks.
Hashtag classic teacher.
Hashtag all teachers feel that way.
Did you catch that? We don't know what will be on the tests this year.
Hashtag Common Core.
Hashtag park.
Hashtag ISAT questions.
Hashtag kids gonna cry.
Hashtag I'm gonna cry.
It's like hashtag don't go chasing waterfalls.
No, it's like hashtag cry me a river.
Hey, what are you guys doing?
Oh, I bet you they're stressing about ISATs.
I wish our school was more like Saved by the Bell.
Oh, yeah. Hashtag Kelly Kapowski.
Hashtag Go Bayside Tigers.
Hashtag Zach Morris.
Do you think everyone's freaking out like we are?
Hashtag everyone feels our pain.
Hashtag we'll get through it.
There are some great things about ISAT.
Hashtag number 2 pencils. Hashtag snacks. Hashtag gum.
We have the best staff.
Oh, for sure.
It's like hashtag I love you, you love me, we're a happy family.
Hashtag Barney.
Hashtag purple dinosaurs.
Hashtag how did he get that job anyways?
Hashtag creepy.
Hashtag Predator. Why do we let our kids watch that stuff anyway?
Hashtag what up?
Let's just take a deep breath.
Hashtag haters gonna hate.
Hashtag kids gonna do their best.
You know, I know you're right, but have you seen our staff lately?
I know, I've been like hashtag all gonna lose my mind.
Up in
here, up in here.
Hashtag if I have to see another extended response.
Hashtag if I have to see one more bubble.
Hashtag don't color outside the bubbles.
Hashtag don't blow bubbles. Hashtag grapes my favorite.
By the way, spring break's only a few weeks away.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Hashtag lay by the beach.
Hashtag fruity drinks.
Hashtag no kids for miles.
You know, we have better things to do than to worry about these ISATs. Hashtag Facebook. Hashtag Bachelor. Hashtag what goes on in that fantasy suite. Hashtag will you accept this rose?
Hashtag Juan Pablo. Hashtag January. Hashtag I respect you. Hashtag it's okay. Hashtag he's a player.
Ladies, what are you doing? Hashtag get back to work.
Hashtag whatever.
Hashtag big boss man.
Hashtag you don't know me.
Hashtag bring on the glitter. Hashtag glitter is underrated.
Kim, even though we complain about ISATs, I know that neither of us would ever want another job.
Hashtag more money, more problems.
Ladies, hashtag seriously?